Hello, everyone, and welcome to the start of WOR for us. We are in Tier 6 this season, but it's the first races we are doing without any assists. So let's see what we can do in WOR this season into qualifying. This is our first run in qualifying. The track is Kota. We are a reserve driver, the first reserve, so there is a possibility we will be getting a full-time seat. But for now, focusing on the track. I did do quite a bit of practice since this is my first time racing in WOR. I've never driven it before, but I decided to join it and see what we could do. I want to get all of the assists off, so now fully without any assists, and I will do the same in any league going forward. So far, it's been a decent Sector 1, but nothing incredible yet. Onto the back straight now. We did use a bit too much battery, so we did have to use a bit less on the main straight. We got the corner perfectly there, but a little bit of, yeah, not that much minimum speed. It wasn't as good. But we are at least keeping it really smooth through these corners. Really close to the line there, but nothing dangerous. And it's just been a solid lap. Nothing amazing, but it's just been solid. Into this corner now, I found that corner so tricky without racing line. I didn't know how much speed to carry. I didn't know what to do. But now ending this lap, and it's, yeah, provisional P1, but that's not going to be enough, of course. And since it's short qualifying, we decided to go out immediately again. With quite some time left, but you never know. If we mess this up, we had another set of softs waiting in the garage. So we decided to just absolutely send it already. We locked the fronts a bit, which gave us chronic understeer, causing us to have a really low minimum speed. So we were quite a bit down already, so we're really gonna have to push. I told myself I was gonna leave nothing on the table this lap, since we have a reserve in the tank anyway. So we are absolutely sending it as hard as we can. Quite nice through there, a little bit of a moment on the exit, but as you can see, we gained more than a tenth in the S's. And that's incredible. We turned it a bit too much there, but again, we just gained time. And onto this straight, we had a bit more battery than last time. So we're gonna gain here as well. Oh, braking at 120 meters into the left-hander. A bit wide, but good minimum speed. Bring it over to the left-hand side. We touched the apex incredibly. We gained a lot of time through there. Amazing minimum speed through here. Again, missing the apex slightly, but having a good exit. Using a bit of battery now. Keeping it on hot lap until the end. Braking around the black box there and turning in slightly earlier. And now braking about 5 or 10 meters before that wide line. Not really cutting the curve in the final corner, but it's amazing. And that's gonna be pole as a reserve in WOR for our first race ever. On our debut, we somehow get pole, even though we've never driven without the line before. So that's just, it's amazing news, really. I still don't know how we managed to do this, and you could see I was really happy. But now focusing on the race, of course, this is where you get the points. This is where it all counts. 5 red lights, and away we go. What can we do? Do we pull away well? Yes, we do. We are going to sweep it around the outside. A lot of chaos behind. As you can see, the McLaren in P2 got hit, and he got spun around by a V-carb. So we're just gonna try and keep it consistent now. But as you are going to see, I'm gonna go quite wide because I'm not used to the car being this heavy with all of the fuel. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of micro adjustments here to get used to the car. Take the first 3-4 laps to just get a bit more used to the car. Yeah, I've not driven a race yet, only time trial and quali. So as you can see me missing the apex by a mile. But we do get a good exit at least, so it looks like we're going to be safe from the Haas behind. We're just staying on board for the first lap. Good news. As you can hear me talk to my engineer in the background, because I was getting engineered by a friend this race. And I really appreciate him doing this, because he doesn't have to, right? He spends his own free time and, yeah, just to help me. And he was also really happy with the qualifying so far, and yeah, it's just been amazing. So really thanks to my engineer and to all the fellow engineers out there. Everyone that engineers someone, I really respect you guys, because you don't have to, but you're really helpful and it's really appreciated. Deep. But we go way too deep into that corner. And the Haas is going to attack us, so we're gonna have to stop waffling about the engineers and the amazing job they usually do. Because now the DRS is activated and we know what this means. We are gonna have to try and work together. We're gonna have to try and work together with the Haas driver behind. See if we can pull away from the hard runners behind and in P4 the medium runners. Let's see if we can work together with this Haas to just make it a 2-horse fight for the win. It does look like we're going to be able to, because there's quite a gap already. You can see us going purple as well. As you can hear me ask information about the guy in P3 right now in Dutch.
Heeft hij DRS, ja of nee?
As you can hear me ask if he has any DRS on the Haas driver. I now just need the Haas driver to push as hard as he can. We're gonna try and save some battery, save some tires, and on the next lap we are going to fly by. But this Haas driver isn't going as quick as I want. But we're just going to be swapping around every lap. As you can see now, onto lap 5. We are right behind again, as there's a yellow flag behind. We don't really know what happened there. Yeah, we're just gonna go for the move again. We've just been swapping, but as you can see, the McLaren somehow caught up to us. He was rapid this race, so yeah, respect to him. He was doing amazing. As we go a bit deep, because of the battery and DRS, I still don't know where to brake with certain speeds. I just need to keep practicing, keep going at it. But for now,
McLaren achter
on the line. You can hear me ask about the McLaren behind again. The Haas was dropping back a bit more. He somehow got past the Haas as well. So we're just gonna have to see if they're going to attack. I thought they weren't going to, but then I see them going side by side, so I know I have to burn some battery. Otherwise I am going to get overtaken as well, but the Haas sends it anyway, so we're gonna go for a nice switchback. We don't really want to be fighting this, but I don't want to be in the middle of these two. So if I can be in first place, I really do want to. Especially since the Haas wasn't as quick through this sector. You can see us going side by side, leaving the space. Really respectful driving. Just, yeah, amazing respect shown by the Haas driver.
We zitten er al bijna in.
You can hear me waffle about P4 and P5 getting close to the DRS of P3 because of all this fighting. So I'm really hoping they will just, yeah, not make a mistake, just go past or stay behind. And it looks like they're going to stay behind. So I thought they were going to stay behind, but yeah, they're gonna send it around the outside, go a bit deep. Just gonna see if we can hang it around the outside for this corner now. I did leave him the space, but a bit of a wheel bang, nothing too serious there. We both get away well, and yeah, we just cover off the switchbacks again. And, just amazing defense, amazing driving, great respect shown between us. Now on to lap 10. We did get a bit of a gap, but nothing too major. As you can see, one of the cars behind boxing.
Hij gaat ook off track. Let me know if that's a warning.
Never mind, it's not boxing. It's just someone going off track. Our teammate boxing though. Yeah, they were really going at it behind me. But now on to lap 12. Are we going to box? Yes, we are. We didn't really know where to brake here because we never did any race practice or whatever. But yeah, we just gotta stop nicely. A bit careful, but no need to be taking any risks. Just gonna slowly just drive it into the pit box. Get it perfect, like basically always. And yeah.
Is die Katana al gebokst?
Normal pit.
Okay.
As you can hear me ask if Katana in the Williams boxed already. Because I need to know if I'm gonna have to fight. As we go out of the pit lane side by side with someone, we really just show them the track limits. We don't really touch. and there was space left, but since he backed out, I went for it fully. But I asked if Katana, the Williams ahead, boxed already, and my engineer told me no, so it's absolutely crucial that we push as hard as we can, and you can see how hard we're pushing. We went really deep there, really close to the track limits here. Can we get the DRS? Yes, we can. But can we get past him somehow and try and pull away from the cars behind maybe? This is what we're gonna have to try. This is what we're going to try. We use the battery, we open the DRS. We're gaining, gaining, gaining. Are we going to send it down the inside? Yes, we are, side by side, and he backs out so we can take the normal racing line. Now it's crucial, absolutely crucial. We push as hard as we can to try and get a 1 second gap to the Williams, and it would also be really helpful if the Red Bull and McLaren did not get past the Williams at all, since we were able to fly by, and now it's a technical sector, so the Williams gonna be really slow. As you can see, we're just pulling a massive gap to him already, even though we're not really using any battery. Yeah, it's just going amazing. Over 1 second the gap now, and we're still just, yeah, driving. We're absolutely flying. We weren't going to be able to set the fastest lap. We're not going to be able to do it either now, since we don't have DRS, we don't have battery. But what we do have is a massive gap to the cars behind, so we're going to see if we can keep the 1 second gap until the DRS zone, and even a couple laps after. This usually doesn't happen in F1 24, but when it does happen, you feel really good. I felt really comfortable in my pace after a while. Around lap, I think it was 6 or 7, I really started to get comfortable with those battles. I really knew where to place my car, and as you can see, the car behind just does not get DRS, so we're able to just keep driving and try and stay keeping him out of the DRS.
Ja, toch?
You can hear me ask if the Red Bull behind boxed already, so I know if I'm fighting him or not. But yeah, it's now crucial to just push and be quick and consistent. Put some quick, consistent laps in, try and get till the end. Which we did do, but the McLaren and Red Bull started working together, and there's just nothing you can do when people behind start working together. But the Red Bull got a penalty. So we are fighting for the win still, and it's a 2-horse fight like we wanted from the start. You can see now the McLaren going for the move, and we are just not going to fight it. We are now going to work together with the McLaren, save a bit of tires, not really push anymore, since there's such a huge gap to P4. There's just no need to take any risks now. But you can see the McLaren, he's really quick. He's just creating a bit of a gap, so it was quite difficult to stick with him. But you can see how much battery we have. It's just easy if you have a lot of battery and slipstream to stick with someone. You can see us have a bit of a moment, but it's lap 25 now. It's only like 3 laps left. There's no need to go for this move. We don't want to give him the DRS anymore. We are just going to stick in P2 until the end of the race and see if we can get him on the final lap. Which you just have to do on F1 24, because there's just no way you'll be able to pass someone when you don't have the DRS. It's such... The DRS is just so powerful, and the slipstream as well, and the combination of those, incredible. As you can see, it's going really wide on the end of the penultimate lap, starting the final lap now. As there's a yellow flag ahead, we use a bit of battery, but we're gonna stay behind. Like I just told you, you need the DRS on the main overtaking spot, and this just, I wasn't comfortable overtaking in turn 1. But if we overtook him, he would just have passed us straight away on the second DRS zone. There's just no point. So we're really pushing through the S's now. We saved the tires, we saved the battery, as you can see. We're just gonna have to push as hard as we can to try and beat Adam in the McLaren. As you can see, really nice rotation there, a bit understeery, but nothing major. The tires are, of course, dropping off now. Braking around the 70-meter mark. But we got an incredible snap on the rear.
Nee.
As you can hear me panic, telling my engineer how shit of an exit that was. And yeah, we're gaining a lot though. We're gonna send it around the outside. Does the McLaren leave us the space? He does go really narrow, but he does leave us a lot of space. Really respectful from him. But we lock the fronts a bit. We go deep, and the McLaren sends it down the inside again for a switchback. But we kept him to the outside. Covered the switchback on the second attempt. And there was just nothing he can do. Going into the final two corners as they're fighting behind. We are, in fact, as a reserve, going to win our first WOR race as a reserve. And I had to mute the sound because I was screaming like crazy. I was so happy. As you can see, we won the race. We got pole position. Hopefully, we'll see you next time.